Good morning all. Yes, sir. Hope everyone is well. Hope everyone is good. Happy. Today is Monday. Let's get it. Some escalation here, massive gaps in today's market. Yeah, pretty insane actually. What is this gold gap here? This is massive candle here, man. This is a gap here. I mean, let's measure the gap. So gap starts here, finishes here, almost 1.5% gap. Nasdaq here should be a 1% gap. I think even bigger than a 1% gap. 1.29% gap. SPX almost 1%. And oil, look at that, back up at 98s. 7%. Whoa, okay. So we need to see oil cool off if we want to see some upside and gap fills, because we don't have to fill the gap today. Gold is already recovering most of the gap here. We're already past the 50% mark here. If we were to take a measurement here, we're like, yeah, we're past the 50% of the gap fill here. We're trying to break out of this range here. We can see it on a 5. Mark the 5 here with a little bit of a box. So let's run through analysis. Weekly time frame here, closing bullish again. Pretty similar to the last weekly candle, leaving slight rejection. Failed to tap this, but leaving slight rejection like the previous week. If we move down to the daily, we can see we're in this range. So we just went with this gap and retested the bottom of the range here. Now we did get some buyers get involved here from the bottom of the range, started to buy price back up, and yeah, this daily resistance can be moved now to here. So this is our daily range, and you'll also notice the same daily range on the 4 hours. So today we're running with a mixed bias today. This 4 hour closing back inside the range, testing the lows of the range already, which is good. Now typically this is very, very important, and there's not much people here to listen, but those who showed up earlier are going to get this information. Typically we see with geopolitical tensions rise, because we've had a small escalation here where they've had a naval blockade, meaning they're blocking shipping in and out of Iran. So with that happening, that's an escalation. But instead of seeing positivity in gold because of safe haven, because of people being scared, we actually see it move negative. Partially because gold is right now tagging along with the stock market. It's being impacted by the dollar, but the main reason is liquidity issue. People want cash right now. They don't want to be on risk on assets. So they're liquidating their long positions whenever there's a threat to that. And instead of being geopolitically driven, inflation driven, because with inflation, gold as well should be a hedge against inflation, and we should see it go up as well. There's a lot of fundamental factors that are pushing gold, and this is where people get lost with fundamentals, but it's not happening. So not only about liquidity issue, there's also a leverage issue. Gold has been extremely over leveraged. We've had extreme high levels of long leverage, which people are using opportunities, you know, to dump that leverage and rebalance the market a little bit. So right now, in about 3 minutes, we're going to attempt to get a close above the range here. Previous 1 hour did close above. This current 1 hour has to maintain above the 1 hour resistance. 30 minute is trying to close above right now. 15 minute at the same time. So we're going to see in 3 minutes if it can close above. We could try some aggressive breakout buys. Remember, the last breakout buy did actually fail here, which is going to be this one right here. So we need to have enough confirmation to ask ourselves, why is this time going to be different? And for me, in my mind, we have the confirmation of potentially leaving this 5 minute range, which we did not in the last time, coupled with having structure. So as you can see here, we tried to leave the range, we rejected the 5, we came down, made structure, and ever since then we've been trying to get back above. This time we have structure. We are trying to leave the 5 minute range. We'll see in 3 minutes. If this candle blasts in the last 3 minutes here, it's going to be very tough to take this entry here without having confirmations of what has previously failed in the past. Yeah, it'll be a little bit annoying, to be honest, if we were to just blast right now like this. But welcome to how trading is. If we're looking at other time frames here, we could base this trade off a 1 hour time frame as well, as totally possible. That means you've been holding this trade for basically an hour now, as this candle is closing in 2 minutes and 30 seconds. You're also looking to run here 150 pip stop, which is not too bad, but there is some targets before then. one of the main targets I have is this previous range, because remember, this is a gap. So when we're trading with a gap here, we need to kind of notice what's going on behind the gap, right? Because this is something that price just opened down here, right? So if we were to look at price action like this, we can see we are sitting at actually old price action very, very soon here. So easily we can start to reject this previous range without any issues. So yeah, we're just pushing here, no bottom wick, random candle, random 1 minute volume coming through here, which is not really what we want to be with. So hopefully it can calm down, which I would have hoped for a nice clean close above, but it looks like it's not going to be the case. So might need to be trading retest buys or just leave it as a whole. Moving on, looking at Nasdaq here, we have about a minute here. We can quickly look at Nasdaq. Going to be very similar. Weekly candle also closing bullish, massive gap towards downside, daily time frame as well with this gap. 4-hour time frame trying to bounce, so it's going to be pretty much the same analysis as gold. We can see we're respecting that 4-hour support. 1-hour time frame is trying to bounce. Now the difference is on gold, we had a 1-hour close above. Nasdaq, we failed to close above this 1 hour here, which, you know, is being held by the 15-minute range as well. So Nasdaq would be nice if it can leap above here in the next 1 minute. That would be something interesting if we could start to breach above here. 5 minute is also the same, so it is a very nice zone here. And I feel like if we could get above there, then we could see actually something a little bit more on the interesting side to potential, you know, potential buys. So yeah, let's see what ends up happening. So gold has just pushed here through all our ranges. Pushed through the range I wanted to trade. Yes, possible to take just a breakout here and expect price to push through this previous 1 hour. 90 pips for 70 pips to the next 15 minute. Not really my style. You know, I don't want to be trading negative risk to reward on a breakout. It's like a no-go that, right? That's a no-go. Negative risk to reward on a breakout, no 1 minute structure. It's a silly trade, but a retest entry could be okay here if we can come down and retest. So we'll just have to see how that forms. It's actually quite nice the way we're retesting, but it could also be a rejection because we did tap this 1 hour resistance. So let's just see if we can react, create some structures, maybe take a 5 minute above as well. Nasdaq failed to close above as well. Double check your previous 1 hour on gold. Not sure what's wrong with it. What's the issue? What's the difference maybe? I mean, if you have a different markup, then by all means trade your markup. It's being crossed through. This is a gap, mate. It's a gap. It's not being crossed through. It's a gap. See? This whole zone here. If you check your broker, you'll see the same gap. It's just this pith puts a candle there, but it's not supposed to be a candle. This is just a massive gap. Were you here for the analysis this morning? We went into depth about why the gap and stuff like that, how to play the gap and stuff like this. So we're still being held by this zone here. Nasdaq trying to break out on a 5-minute here. We have bottom wicks on futures. We have no 1 hour close above on futures. No 30-minute close above, no 15. So taking it on a 5 would be the most aggressive way to enter the trade. It's possible to take it on a 5. Just gonna be a lot more aggressive compared to a 15. This is a zone we have to watch. One hour has no bottom wick on futures. I have on futures bottom wick. Maybe on MNQ, check NQ. It's not really the strongest 5 close here anyways if it does close like this, so I'm not too interested. Gold, what happened here? How do I take that off? Oh, there we go. Oh man, where's my symbols? I clicked this button and messed up everything. No, I had all my symbols laid out properly here, man. That's very bad. How do I reverse this? Shit, man. So interesting candle close here. I don't know how my list is now anymore. Will it fix itself if I reload? Oh man. Anyone know how to get my list back? Lost my whole list order, man. Doesn't work. Yeah, it doesn't work. I tried. Change it from this. That's like the worst thing. That's actually the worst thing because I have a special order that I'm very fast at clicking. Now look at DAX is all the way up here. Man. Nasdaq is here. US 30 is here. Man. Go back in browser. Won't let me go back. If I do the 3 table view, no. Oh man. That's pissing off, man. Really pissing off. Can you try filter your flags? Yeah, but I used to have it differently. It wasn't filtered by flags. Because I had different charts to check gold, for example. I'll have to do it manually one by one. So Nasdaq here, we have 15-minute candle close in 6 minutes. We have this candle here that closed above. We're stuck at this 1-minute resistance right here, but I like the liquidity grab here. We might have a thunderstorm. I quite like the thunderstorm idea. With the liquidity grab below the lows, it made a better bottom wick. As long as this 5 doesn't close back in the range. Could be interesting. So we'll see in about 35 seconds. Same thing potentially for gold. We need a 5-minute candle close above the previous 1 hour. Yeah, breaking this high I think could be an option here. Before the 15. Obviously, if it's getting close to the 15, I'll wait till the 15. But we have some room till we tap this one. We're failing to close back in the range. So I think I can give this a shot. Something like this. Stops below, probably this candle here. Give it some room to retest. Nice liquidity grab here. But let's see. If it's like 1 minute before the candle closed, then I'm waiting for the 15. Because we're not going to go up till we break this high. Just going to range in here. I was gonna trade the gap, but it felt zesty. Yeah, that's a pretty heavy gap, you know, to immediately take a buy. It's understandable. How long? Still 2 minutes to this candle. You know, sometimes the last 2 minutes we get a push. Win rate reduced from 76 to 70%. It doesn't work like that. The more trades you take, the lower your win rate will kind of get, to be honest, unless you're on like a hot streak. Because to increase my win rate by 1% now, it will take more than 5 wins. It will take about 3 wins. Then I'll gain 1% in my win rate. But if I take 1 loss, you lose 1%. So you're trading the same way, but your win percentage is gonna change much quicker than it would in the past, because when you only have like 10 trades and you take another 10 wins, your win rate is gonna be extremely high. Because if you have 10 wins and only 2 losses, then your win rate is gonna be 80%, you know. So we have 51 seconds here. I'm just gonna move this up, wait for the 15, see how the 15-minute candle closes. If we can close a bit strong, give us a breakout option. At the moment, it's closing a little bit weak. I want to see at least a close maybe somewhere here, just to show me some strength. As long as 5 doesn't close back in the range, it's technically valid for me. Need a bottom wick on that candle like that. So same position now, we just have the 15-minute confirmation as well. Stops can probably go below here now though. All right. I'm happy to run stops below here. I put them below here for now, but I'm happy to put stops below here. Charts are lagging for some reason. There we go. TP for now I've set at 1-to-1. I want to see if we react off. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm closing on that spike. I'm out. Whoa. Whoa. I'm taking that. I don't know what it was, so I closed, took that profit there, made just over 1%. I don't know what it was. So I just had to take it in case it snapped back, you know. It's okay to hold, but I just wanted to take it. I don't know what it was. That was nuts, you know. I wanted to capitalize off that volume, so I decided to take it there. And there we go. Damn. There's a win's a win. I like it. So just wanted to capitalize. Big spike we had here in the market. It's never a bad idea sometimes just to, if we get a big spike like that, it's something that is not really known, right? We're like, okay, what's happening? So I just wanted to make sure to secure on that, make something rather than this come all the way back to entry. So of course it can still continue up bullish here, but that's an unknown at the moment if it wants to continue up bullish, as we just had a massive spike. Some good buyer, big buyer came into the market right there. Do I think it's going to continue? Honestly, if we can hold this 1 minute structure right now, because normally sometimes it does its spike and then snaps back, which is obviously what I was scared about. So as long as the 1 minute holds here, yeah, I think it can continue a little bit higher. So now we're going to be looking at this zone here. So if you're someone still holding, you're looking at this zone. If it leaves this zone, then it's probably going to come back to break even, which is not going to be the best. But yeah, that was nice volume, man. We deserve that. That's 2 days in a row now. We've had Friday as well. We have Friday as well. We had a same win on Nasdaq. Can you check commission of trade? I think they added. No, I pressed close, but I got the same as Mirko when I pressed closed. When I pressed close, I got the same result of Mirko. We have commissions, of course we have commission, but what I'm saying is I got the same, like it closed some lag. I saw 900, I pressed close at 900, and then it closed me lower. 104.25. Yeah, closed me very shit close. You have fees and commissions? Yeah, that's what's new. Oh fuck, I didn't close on my other accounts, guys. One sec. Okay. Holy shit. Stressed myself. There's that. We good. Flat and all. Okay. Man. That scared me. Yeah, we have commission $3, fees $8. Not that bad. Not that bad for 3 contracts. Yeah, another spike now. Now, if you were still holding the full one, now you should be able to close here. I wouldn't be greedy, guys. I mean, you can hold if you want to, but leave a runner maybe instead. That's something I should have done, left a runner. But, hey. On this account, I'm not counting this as a 1% win on this account. On my actual Express accounts, made about 0.9. So yeah, nice position. I'm happy with the position plan. Waited for the 15. Actually, it's nice. You just needed volume, So we can journal this trade here. Trading a lot of Nas, huh? Nas. But yeah, anyways, Monday. Not a bad start to Monday. We'll take it. 15-minute setup one. Oh, wait. What time did I take this? So that guy who was asking about win rate, I'm gonna show you something, right? So let me show you something right now. Is that a win not affect your consistency rule, Harry? I'm just wondering, bro. Thanks. No, it doesn't affect my consistency rule, no. And also, I don't trade on Top Step with consistency rule. So what we got now? Okay, so I'm even being rude to myself because I should have a 71% win rate, but I wrote 70%. So let me not be that mean to myself and give me the extra 1%. Look, if I take one more loss, I'm gonna lose that percent. Look, boom, 70 already gone. I take one more loss, I'm gonna lose another. You know, you see, one more loss, boom, now you're back to 70 point. But now watch, if I start taking wins, now I'm 69. Just from 3 losses, I'm back to 69% win rate. Now if I take another win, watch. 57, doesn't change it much. 58, changed it by 0.1. 59 wins, changed it by 0.1. 60 wins, still not at 71%. 61 wins, still not at 71%. 62 wins, still not at 71%. 63 wins, still not at 71%. 64 wins, finally 71%. So I had to take like 7 back-to-back wins without any more losses to just gain back 1%. So it doesn't change your trading. It's just if you have, let's say, 3-4 losses in a row because you go through a losing streak or you have break-even losses, then your win rate is going to reduce a lot. And then it's very hard to get like 8, 9, 10 wins in a row in market conditions that differ like these days, right? So don't be fooled by win rate, guys. Win rate is not the ultimate, you know, thing that's showing you good or not good, all of that stuff. I just caught a big short on volume. I hope you're not shorting Nasdaq, man. I don't think it's a great idea to short Nasdaq right now. Don't forget journal loss. Should be in the journal, no? Hi, does your bias also depend on fundamental nowadays? Depends. Technical bias, no, but like underlying bias, yes. Send it to me, man. I forget which one. So yeah, I do use, of course, fundamentals. Why haven't you posted a YouTube link in the last 3 trades, brother? Because it takes time sometimes, man, you know? It takes time. You just have to go and put this, you know? You have to go check the date. You can go watch the YouTube video. How many days you go to the gym a week? 5 days a week. See what gold is doing right now. Gold has been ranging. It's trying to get above here. We'll see if the next candle gets above. Bro, I'm net 1 payout. Should I gift myself for my birthday? It's 17th of this month. Bro, I'll take the payout right now. right now. I took a gold long based on 30-minute. It's just loading. Let's have a look. 1 minute for the 15. So if the 15 can close above, it's nice. Yeah, just worry about stop loss. If you base it on 30-minute, you need to have a 30-minute stop. Those are the rules. So don't take it as an excuse on 30-minute, but run a random stop loss, right? That's the whole point. Otherwise, you've basically taken it on 15, just entered 30-minute break of high. You see? Because you're putting a 15-minute, not even a 15-minute stop loss. You don't have a 15-minute stop loss. So that's like a common mistake, is don't allow the 30-minute to use as an excuse. Like if you're going to take it on 30-minute, by all means go ahead, but you have to run 30 stop. Those are the rules, right? Right there would have been fine, 100 pips. So 15-minute candle closing above here on gold in about 16 seconds. If this forms a bottom wick here, what are we, 50 pips? Yeah, I might take this as well here. See if we can get a bottom wick and break off high. Yeah, let's see if we can break the high. I'm gonna give this a shot. All right. Wrong way. No 1 minute. We have no 1 minute structure, really? After that push? Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we might have to hold some drawdown until it creates 1 minute structure. I mean, we still have the 30-minute close here, new 30-minute close. We still have 15-minute close here. So we still have the higher time frame closes. Stops is below the 15. So 1 minute is not really, like, it is obviously could have avoided us some drawdown, but we do at least have the higher time frame confirmations. This level here is giving us headache. 5-minute candle closes 25 seconds. See how the 5 minutes looking. Yeah, we're still respecting ranges. Better if we close above the previous 1 hour, would be nice. We're buying on a 4-hour resistance. You have a 4-hour? Where's your 4-hour? Can you send me a chart so I can see your 4-hour? So we might need a retest first, right? We might need a retest first. Then it might continue up. So it might be a slower trade compared to Nasdaq. If this just reverses from here, then yeah, it sucks compared to Nasdaq. Then maybe I should decide not to double dip. But retests are normal. Just a little bit boring to hold. Until we really get a 15 closes bearish. Let's see. No 4-hour. This is your 4-hour up here. This one. So I'm going to show you something on lower time frame here. We have this 1 minute higher low structure that we have. So stop loss here is actually in a very good place because we've been respecting structures all the way up through here and we've eventually got pushes. So eventually we should get a leg unless this is the time that it decides just to reverse. That is the only thing that's going wrong. But in terms of confirmations, right? We have 30-minute candle closing above. We have 15-minute candle closing above. We have 1-hour candles closing above, right? Don't forget about the 1-hour candles closing as well. We have all of those candles closing above. So we have enough confirmations that tell us upside makes sense. It's just a matter of does volume come in here? We had volume on Nasdaq. We're not having volume right now on gold. And we're just kind of coming back inside the range. So the question is, can we respect inside of this zone right now? Right, and slowly make our way back towards the upside. The thing I fear is we might be stuck in range if we can survive. If price just wants to get really low volume right now, it's just going to come and stop us out. And it's just boring on gold today compared to Nasdaq, which obviously had a lot more volume, right? So let's see if we are to respect the structure down here right now like this, or is it just going to dump straight right now, break the lows? So it's about seeing if it's going to respect the structure at the moment. It's coming close. So here it's tapped, not on my broker just yet. It's still not on my broker. Because I have a wick on my broker. This wick is a bit lower like this. So I'm not on my broker just yet. So if this can be the rejection would be nice. And we can start making our way towards the upside. But it is close. I'm not in on futures as I'm closed those accounts for today. One trade on those accounts. But even on futures, it hasn't broken the lows. On futures, we're respecting the lows, which is good to see. We have a lot of work to do in here. Tony mentioned no 1 minute structure, just current structure, right? So we just had a straight push here like this. So now it's come and retrace some of that, which is similar to here, right? But the last time it created structure and ended up continuing up, right? It's just, look, even though we didn't have 1 minute structure, yes, it came down for a retest, but it created structure and then had a good push. So we hope the same for here, and then it just to continue bullish because we have the bullish confirmations, right? We just have no volume. That's the only problem right now. We are ranging. 15 minutes is staying next to each other. It's not trending down fully. It's not trending up fully. Yes, there's definitely more bearish pressure, right? We're not continuing above the highs here. 50-minute now closing bearish, so there's a high chance I get stopped. Yeah, I'm out. So yeah, let's see. You know, honestly, I think not double dipping can be smarter as well. You know, we got one nice win on Nasdaq. Call it a session. Don't be greedy, especially in a session like London, right? So gold is just not moving at all, right? We're just moving straight bearish like that. So breakouts on gold right now, not the best, but we don't know that, right? Because today's a different day. We have massive gap fills here. Those gap fills could push nice. I mean, if you look at Nasdaq here, it's still holding, right? Nasdaq is still holding well, still above the range. Nothing compared to gold, right? Look at that. 5 minutes candles. Looks like Nasdaq wants to make a higher low, you know? Yeah, I trade Nasdaq futures. I trade Nasdaq futures. Better spreads on Nasdaq futures. So one win, one loss, unfortunately. Just gave it back that fast. But that's what happens if you double dip. Sometimes it's good to double dip. We can get 2 wins in a day. Sometimes you can't, right? So at least we got the win though. Just playing with profits that we already have. I risked less in gold, still in profit. Yeah, I risked about the same. Same that I made on the futures account. I actually made more on the futures account because I copied across 4. So I'm actually up technically on the futures account. But on futures account, you have to withdraw the payout, right? I kind of wish I didn't take that one. But it's easy to say now, right? Gold is just so boring. Just be happy with my 1 win, but we were ranging here for ages. We finally got the breakout, bro. I'll take that, man. 30-minute close, 15-minute close, 1 hour close. How do you not take that? 5-minute breakout. Just 1 minute structure, of course, but you know, yeah, you can't. To go fill the gap today, we just broke 4-hour high. Yeah, you can't. If you're not taking that, the only reason I should not take that is because I took the last trade. That's the only reason. Yeah, it's okay. See, NQ still continue. Good volume in NQ today. Gold, no volume. Of course, gold is a loss when I took it. You should send me signals when the trade, it's a guaranteed loss. Yeah, let's do that. Tell me next time. I'll take it. Or just take the Nasdaq with us. Why March 19? What do you mean, why March 19? Oh yeah, is my whole calendar messed up? You're right. Oh yeah, the whole calendar got messed up. Holy shit. Holy shit, yeah. See you, see you. Just do the undo button? No, it's all good now. This is fixed now. Goldina has been hard on London, no profit for 1 month. Yeah, I've been trading a lot more Nasdaq. It's been a little bit better, a lot more Nas trades here. Even though a couple of losses, but London as a whole has been up and down. But it's okay to rotate accounts like what I'm doing right now, rotating accounts. I mean, this is a shot for sure. I think in these conditions, you don't want to really double dip, you know? I think double dipping can hurt more. In New York, double dipping is good, can make double profit. But to have with the 30 close as well, liquidity grab close, and above the range that I had that previous 1 hour. I don't know, but it seems to have rejected this 15 as well. But then we have... Yeah, I don't know. I think the only thing that keeps me out this trade is if I saw the 1 minute and just said I want to wait for 1 minute structure. Then 1 minute structure never would have come. Once this candle went bearish, then I would have put my buy stop here and I would have been kept safe. I think that's the only thing. But that's like that's a confirmation you don't really need otherwise. You know? Like, let's say I hadn't have taken the Nasdaq win. If I didn't take the Nasdaq win, then I would not care really too much about 1 minute structure, as long as there's a bottom wick. But with the Nasdaq win, I think it makes... I mean, Nasdaq's still moving here, you know? We're just ranging a little bit here. So market has calmed down. See, the closer we get towards London Open, the worse the market is getting. The market loves to do this. When you win one, it takes it back if you go for another within the same session. Sometimes it depends, you know. It depends, it depends. I still think it was a shot, you know. Decision was made. No one has to do what I do. If you're happy with the one win, call it, right? But I see enough confirmations there. I don't think it was random. What I liked is that we were consolidating, you know. You know, I like that we were consolidating, and then you get a breakout of that consolidation. You don't always get that. That should normally lead to volume, not always reversals. Especially if it pops for one pair and trades expect to pop for another pair. Yeah, you could get the same pop because we're having the same market participate, like stock markets moving down, gold moving down, stock market moving up, gold moving up. But right now we just flipped that. Right now gold is moving down instead. You see? We've just flipped that, gold moving down. I took gold. Could you check Discord? Yeah, let's have a look, man. Why did you take gold? Was this Asian session? This was a B trade, okay. Went B here. What was the B at the previous? Yeah, it's not a bad B, you know, even though it played out, you know, kind of hard to hold through that, to expect it to push through. So I get the break even. This one is good. This is the gold trade. Yeah, this is not a bad gold trade, man. This is not a bad gold trade. Had the same. Just no volume on gold, man. Nasdaq is moving better. We discussed about this. It's just tough. Everything was pushing. Yeah, I know, right? This is just gold, man. It's just being really boring. And then now we're not going anywhere. We're not going down. We're probably going to snap back into this 1 minute range here and continue to range, huh? I want you to notice where we started London session on this candle here. Remember, we get that one London session candle push where we started Frankfurt Open. This was Frankfurt Open. We get a tiny push on Frankfurt Open to here, and now we're back to here already. No, that's the thing. We want a session to trend. Session's been trending. This is what's crazy, right? We have a low here. We create a high. We create a higher low. It's moving up. The time we finally get out of the range, in London it wants to reverse first. No volume. So it's just ridiculous. If you look at the same trade on Nasdaq, completely different outcome. And not only that, it's not straight reversal. Nasdaq is still continuing to push. You see? Same 15-minute close above here. We get continuation. Not only about continuation, we're still continuing to trend also as well. We're creating higher lows. We're not dumping straight to SL. We're not doing scary reversals. We're creating structures. Compared to gold, gold is just doing random reversals, breaking structure for the first time, now creating lower high, now trying to form a range here. So yeah, different outcomes, same positioning, right? Right, same positioning. Hey coach. Yo man. For me, gold is an entry right now. No doubt, gold can give you an entry. Whether about the volume. For me, Nasdaq is pushing a lot more efficient. Like right now, it's safer to send Nasdaq again at the highs rather than trade gold, in my opinion. You know? Like, I rather double down on this. But you probably want to see it get above the 5. Oh, that's an interesting open. Wouldn't have given you an entry. Are you overall bullish swing trade on gold due to the situation? I mean, most of the gap has been filled already on gold. Most of this gap has been filled already. So I think gold, any Trump escalation will dump gold. Long term, it's bullish, but not short term. Short term, it's very volatile because any escalation, we're going to see a dump in gold. Any escalation, dump in gold. Any escalation, dump in gold. Anyways, I'm going to call it myself, guys. Appreciate you guys showing up. Much love. Take care. Have a good rest of your day. And yeah, let's get it. Much love. Take care. Hopefully speak to you guys soon. And peace. Cheers, guys. Cheers.